Hey, 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 welcome back to Head Ass Podcast.
Welcome.
Joined here with Jack again. Jack is back.
They brought me back.
I talked to the higher-ups at Head Ass Incorporated, and they said, let's get Jack back on the podcast.
Right, which is crazy because I'm in the middle of a horrible divorce, so it's wonderful that I even had time to be here.
We're pushing politics a lot last week. But we're going to change it up. We're going to talk about the Grammys. Take a sip from a Grammy.
We love the Grammy. We love the Grammys. Every year, in February, they get together.
Mm-hmm.
By they, I mean the people who know the music world better than anyone, the Academy, gets together and
quote unquote
and talks about, they talk amongst themselves about what's hot and what's not, and
they're like, oh, Katy Perry, such a
Yep.
good artist,
and
Adele,
and
Lady
basically
Gaga, the same shit we've been listening to since 2008.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is the best music out there right now.
They get together and they decide what's hot and what's not, and they award it based off of
These old white people are
their
deciding what
determination.
the best music is.
So we're gonna get together. We're gonna talk about it a little bit. Our thoughts on some of the wins, some of the wins, some of the loses who we feel kind of got snubbed, as well as just other music topics, albums that have come out this year so far that we're enjoying, and things that we hope will be coming out later on this year or are coming out. So it's a pretty heavy music episode, I would say.
So let's get right into the news. Did you like that?
What's up, Drama Alert? This is
All right, so Grammy Talk. Grammy Talk.
Grammy Talk.
Probably just named the episode Grammy Talk. So
we might have to name it Grammy Talk. Well, let's start with the big one. I think that everyone on the internet has been really buzzing about, and that is the Chance the Rapper and his, was it 2 or 3?
Three
Grammys that he took home. I know he took home Best New Artist. Was it Best Rap
song, I think.
Rap song, rap performance, maybe. And it was for No Problem with 2 Chainz and
on the Ellen Show.
Yep. And then what was the last one?
Best New Artist of the Year, or whatever, New Artist of the Year.
Okay. Let's see.
Best New Artist.
Yeah, Best New Artist.
Which I think should have went to Anderson .Paak. He got snubbed. I mean, Chance is new to the mainstream audience, but not as new as Anderson .Paak is. And Anderson .Paak he's been on he's on NX Warriors. He dropped his own album, and then he's just been...
He's got 2 of his own albums.
Yeah.
I know Venice and Malibu.
Yep.
So Anderson .Paak he's got the feature with Mac Miller. He had a couple cuts on Schoolboy Q's album. The thing about Anderson .Paak, and I think that he will have his time, but I've seen him live once, and he is so multi-talented where he can rap and he can
play
sing.
The drums
and
while he's singing.
He played the drums during his set. And just did a bunch of live instrumentation during his set, and that was really cool for like a hip hop artist. I don't know if you would call him really hip hop, but Malibu I wasn't a huge fan of. What was that 2015 or 2016?
It was 2016.
Very early 2016 it would have been. And I was not a huge fan of Malibu. I just didn't really care for it that much.
Yeah.
I preferred his first. I think it was called Venice was his first album, which I highly recommend to anybody who doesn't know who Anderson .Paak is. But yeah, definitely.
Did you ever listen to NX Warriors?
I don't think so, no.
It's very good.
But yeah, no, and I know that Anderson .Paak did a lot of production and a lot of writing on Watsky's last album, which I could not care less about.
Yeah. But anyways, I don't hate Chance. I liked Chance 3, Coloring Book.
Yep.
But I don't think he should have won Best New Artist. I don't think he should have won Best Rap Album. I think that should have went to Pablo or Blank Face, honestly.
That's fair. But it's very predictable. When you see the nominations, you can usually be like, all right, this person is going to win. And you just know like when you're looking
definitely
you know, when you're looking at it, it's like, We know who's gonna win this one.
Exactly.
We know who's winning this.
I expected Adele to win Best Album of the Year.
Which we'll talk about that as well. But I think that what's most I don't want to say annoying, but it is annoying. What's most annoying to me is this whole Chance the Rapper independent, like he's the only rapper who's ever been independent, who's ever done anything, and he's like, oh, he won a Grammy and he's independent. Like, bro, the dude's got, like, if you look at that coloring book, it's got features from fucking 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, Kanye West, Ty Dolla $ign, T-Pain.
And I just want to talk how
Jay Electronica.
He only had like one hit off that album,
and it was no problem.
It was no problem.
Even
I enjoyed it. But nothing else like made it hit.
Right, that's true.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean the dude, you know, that people are like, he's never sold an album, he's never even sold a single.
All of his music's online for free.
Yeah, it's like, well, it is, but it isn't, because streaming, you make money off of that.
Pay for
you know,
it.
that's
you have to pay to
that's
listen.
the whole point of streaming. So it's like, to me, I don't know. I just hate how it's like this thing where it's like, oh, he's independent, so this is such a glorious moment for music because he's independent, because no one who's independent has ever reached any level of success, and
it's like, I don't want to see him fail. Like, it's not even
right.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like right now. But
that's just, I think it could have been deserving to someone else.
I think as far as independent artists, I think there are artists who are independent and better than Chance the Rapper, who are not getting nearly enough shine. And I think a really good example of that, just like off the top of my head, we talked about this earlier, but Frank Ocean, of course, who's 100% independent. He's no longer doing the Odd Future thing. He's been out of that for fucking almost 5 years probably by now. And also Danny Brown, who is 100% independent and had a kick-ass album last year.
So good.
That got very little love, as well as, God damn it, who are some more? Russ, who I guess Russ isn't independent anymore. He was independent for a while, but he's no longer independent. Tech Nine, who I'm not a huge Tech Nine fan.
I don't even like Tech Nine, but he's been doing that for like 20 years.
Been touring the world
for like 20
from
years.
his own pocket. Mac Miller was independent Mac Miller just signed his deal with Warner Brothers on Good AM. So he was independent for Kids, for Blue Slide Park, for Macadelic, like for all those projects that he once again toured the fucking world off of that shit. I don't know how many Grammy nods Mac Miller has gotten.
Isn't independent? Or did he signed with Sony?
He signed with Sony, I think.
He signed with Sony.
But he was independent for a long time, too. ACR.
Is he with ACR?
I think it's ACR.
Because I think, I remember watching an interview, he was independent, but he was distributing through Sony.
You're right. Yep, you're exactly right. He was independent, but he was distributing. That's correct. So there are totally artists who are already independent who had, if you include G-Eazy, Me, Myself, and I was arguably the biggest song of 2016.
Next to like Panda.
Yeah, I would say because you couldn't turn on the fucking radio. They played Me, Myself, and I at the grocery store.
Yeah.
That I shopped at.
You couldn't get away from it.
Yeah, like so that was arguably the biggest song, and you know, G-Eazy once again really got no
credibility on that. Yeah.
But you know. Point is, I think that there's a whole lot of independent artists who, in my opinion, are better than Chance the Rapper. I'm not saying G-Eazy is better than Chance the Rapper.
No,
but,
not at all. Not at all.
But I just think that there's better rappers that should be getting shine, and we're giving a lot of shine to somebody who, like with Chance the Rapper, I feel like Chance the Rapper is like one of those secretly signed motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Who's like, don't tell anyone I'm signed though. Because,
well, and then he's endorsed by literally every single
everybody
ever in
I want to say I feel like he's got an uncle or someone who's like big in
the Academy or
the
something.
industry.
Yeah.
Like who's like a record A&R or something. So that's how he got this really good look.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, he's like endorsed by everybody. So it's like
you can't get away from him on Twitter.
Oh my god.
He's everywhere.
Don't get me started. And it's I remember when I first heard Chance, this was back in 2013, Acid Rap, and I was like, this dude's gonna be fucking huge.
Yeah.
And I am like looking back, like I greatly underestimated how big Chance the Rapper is about to be. Not that he doesn't deserve it, of course.
Yeah.
Because he is a super talented guy. Coloring Book, like you said it. Yeah, it was a good album.
Yeah.
I thought it had some questionable moments, but I re-listened to it today actually, which is why I was like, well, let's go back and listen to it because we might talk about this in the podcast. So I went back and listened to it, and it definitely had some questionable.
Yeah,
it had some high points, but it also had some very, very low points.
Yeah.
So,
and we're getting off topic, but what I mean is, I said this again, but there's other artists that were more deserving than Chance the Rapper, and I don't want to take shine away from him. Like, good for him, he just won 3 Grammys. But in my opinion, I think Schoolboy should deserve that shit.
Well,
and then sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
This is kind of off hip hop, but Chainsmokers took a Grammy from Panic at the Disco. Chainsmokers, these 2 guys who literally, who found them?
I don't remember.
I think it was
I just remember that song.
I think it was like Diddy or like someone. So it's just these 2 college guys made this song in their fucking dorm at college, and then someone found them and then signed them, and then it blew the fuck up, and everybody knows that song now. Over Panic at the Disco, who's been making music since. Like,
they've been making music for a long time, and do not disrespect Brandon Urie, bro, because that dude has still got it. He's still pipes, got it.
He has one of the most gorgeous voices ever. But it's just like I don't know.
Well, the Grammys more looks at what is popular. Rather than what is. But even that, they don't really look at what is popular. I don't really know what the Grammys looks at because none of the albums that were nominated, like if you really look at it, I don't think Lemonade for Album of the Year had a single #1 song. Mm-mm. Maybe Formation, maybe.
Yeah.
I know that Chance didn't have a single. Drake had one #1 song. It was Hotline Bling.
Mm-hmm. Which I want to talk about that.
Which we'll talk about that, and then and Adele had Hello, but I don't even know if that cracked #1. So I don't know what they look at. If they look at what's popular,
I read
a
tweet where it was like, I think the Grammys is just a bunch of Anthony Fantanos looking at a list of music and picking whatever shitty song they think deserves it.
Relatively fair.
Yeah,
I mean,
just a bunch of Anthony Fantano's hip hop nerds, music nerds that I think this one deserves it.
But anyway, moving on from
whatever
from Chance the Rapper to I think you kind of see, but yeah, like I said, I don't really know what they pick because I know that Adele to me.
Adele had Hello and that was it.
Yeah, she took home Album of the Year for 25, I think was the album, and
Purpose deserved that.
No hate to Adele at all because
she's talented.
19 and 21 are two still listen to them today. Like, these are fucking good albums and these are years old. But Adele to me is like the Meryl Streep of the Grammys. But there was a time maybe a couple of years ago where anytime Meryl Streep would do a movie, she would get nominated for Best Actress and she would usually win. And it was these are pretty okay roles that she's winning Oscars over. And that's how Adele is. If Adele comes out with an album, you might as well, Adele or Taylor Swift, if they come out with an album at the same year as you, and they both, you get nominated for Album of the Year, and so do they, you might as well not even write a speech, because you're probably not taking home anything. Last year, was it the Taylor Swift album, and it beat To Pimp a Butterfly?
Yeah, I think so. I remember hearing about that, yeah.
What the?
How? It's a slap in the face because you have these artists who write their own music, do their own production, who put all this they put 2 years work into this album, and then you have this mainstream artist who has everything written for her, all the music is produced for her, all she has to do is sing, and then the album gets sold, and then it wins Grammys.
Yep.
Over this artist who's put 2 years, hard time, has hits after hits on this album, over some mainstream artist who has one hit. And everyone knows it because it's Katy Perry or Taylor Swift or Adele.
Yep. It's the name of the game. I mean, I think that it's interesting to look at the artists who have never won Grammys or the artists whose albums go severely overlooked. I think the biggest example that comes to mind for me is Kanye's Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy didn't get a single nomination the year it came out. That's my favorite Kanye album. So that is a slap in the face.
Slap in the face.
Or Nas has never won. I mean, I guess to be fair though, the best hip hop category for the Grammys I think just got introduced in 92.
Yeah.
So it's a relatively new category, but at the same time it's come on man, y'all been doing this shit for 56 years.
It needs to be recognized more than this mainstream. I really do think someone should just make a Grammys for the youth.
Right.
There needs to be an award show for the youth. And I know BET kind of does that, but not to the extent that, because they still kind of do the mainstream artists.
Right.
Shit. I think there's, I don't want to say underground, but I want to say a Grammy for the youth.
I would say the best example of like Grammys for the youth would be MTV's Video Music Awards. I feel
That's
like
still mainstream though. Like.
Well, I mean.
Like main like 90 like, just like overplayed shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I guess I don't really know what I was expecting because
It's just like either way you're not gonna be happy.
Right.
The person you want to win.
Right, of course. If it were up to me, they'd be just giving Drake everything. Just give Drake all the best rock album. Views.
Best rock album. Best country album.
Best country album. Fuck it. Views.
I wanted to see Blank Face LP win Rap Album of the Year.
I would have been
Or Life of Pablo.
cool with it, but I thought that album was severely underwhelming for how much I like Oxymoron.
Oxymoron's masterpiece.
And then the weight of like what, damn near probably 2 years real life, 2
Yeah.
years between Blank Face. And I just thought there was some really like lackluster, unfinished concepts and
Yeah,
stuff. And
that's
so
fair.
I just
Still think it's better than Coloring Book, but it's all opinionated. I'm not going to be happy either way.
That's
so.
true. That's true. Well, I know that Schoolboy Q is almost done with his third album, so
So is Travis Scott.
yep. So hopefully we'll be getting those in 2017. I know that anytime Schoolboy Q or Travis Scott come out with music,
I'm hoping for this
Listen to it.
A$AP Rocky album.
I would love to hear another A$AP album. I'm more hoping for a Kendrick album actually,
That'd be dope.
because we had Untitled Unmastered last year,
Which was great.
which was wonderful, and I would love to see him really get back to To Pimp a Butterfly, really fully constructed Good Kid, Mad City album. where it's
What's your favorite Kendrick?
Good Kid, Mad City without a doubt.
I like Section 80.
I like Good Kid, Mad City because I had never heard anything like it when it came out.
Yeah.
And it came out.
It's definitely multi-genre.
I remember the day that it like came out, and I was like, "Oh, this is out today. I'm gonna buy this and take a chance," because I had some like leftover money on an iTunes gift card or something.
Yeah.
So I bought it. Like, fuck it, I'll take a chance on it, and it ended up like blowing me away. And how it's so hard to do concept albums correctly.
Yeah.
Like, very seldomly do you ever get to hear a concept album that's like actually put together well. And when I think of them, the only one that I can think of where I'm like, from front to back, this whole thing felt like one story that I wanted to know what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like a Tory Lanez album where the dude basically like, because sometimes I feel like with a lot of albums like that are storytelling albums, they'll write the songs and then they say, all right.
And then they'll write the story.
Yeah, and
around
what
it.
I also want to do is a story with this. And then none of it will really feel like it belongs together. And it'll just have some skits to kind of try to be creative, I guess. And with Kendrick, that was the only one where I was like, front to back, I was like,
Well,
this is a story that I care about.
All of his albums are kind of story.
Yeah,
based.
that's true.
Section 80 was definitely about a story about two girls in like the suburbs of Black America and growing up there and all that.
Yeah, Section 80 was a good one. So was To Pimp a Butterfly. Absolutely wonderful. And the thing about Kendrick albums is there are moments that are so conscious of, just so conscious, and then there's moments that are like just like Swimming Pools. Remember how big of a fucking hit Swimming Pools was?
And that's a hit that I could get behind. I loved hearing that song.
Yeah, that song was so good, and it's like when I first heard it come out, I was like, what a fire single,
Yeah.
and then I heard it saw it on the track list, and I started listening to the album, and I'm like 2 songs in, I'm like, how the fuck are they gonna put Swimming Pools on this album, and somehow
It fits perfectly.
It worked. I think that Good Kid, Mad City is one of those albums that any genre, not just, I sound like Anthony Fantano, any genre of music like is an album that you would want to make because of just how well it works. Like, the music is good, the story is good, and it has such a it wasn't one of those albums that just ended. You know, like it had a full conflict and a full resolution, and then the album ended, and the bonus tracks were fire too. It had that song with fucking Dr. Dre, The Recipe or whatever.
Yeah.
God damn, that song was fire. But point is,
I give it a solid 9 out of 10.
I would give it a solid. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. It's hard to beat that album. That was my favorite album for a long time. But anyway,
back to it. Back to the Grammy talk.
Back to the Grammy talk. Why don't we get into the scandal of the Grammys? Let's talk about some outfits.
One in particular.
Some Grammy outfits. Yeah, I got two in mind that keep coming back to me. What's yours?
Well, just jump into it. CeeLo Green's Dr. Doom outfit.
Yeah, Gnarly Davidson, CeeLo, which I was so confused.
I thought it was fucking cool as shit. That was so awesome.
It's interesting because he showed up and everyone's like, it's CeeLo Green, it's CeeLo Green. And I was looking through an article of outfits, and they had CeeLo Green's golden suit listed as Gnarly Davidson.
Gnarly Davidson.
I was like, who in the holy fuck is Gnarly Davidson?
Such a dope name.
So I Googled it. I was like, Gnarly Davidson. I was like, someone's getting fired at this internet blog. And it turns out that CeeLo Green no longer goes by CeeLo Green.
He goes by Gnarly
He now goes by Gnarly Davidson.
What a dope name.
And this is not the first time he has worn these metal mask things.
Yeah.
He had a silver one and a black one.
One with LED lights on it.
Yeah, so definitely weird and funny. It's just interesting because it came out of nowhere. Right when I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, the Samsung blew up next to his head, and
now he's Dr.
And
Doom.
now it fucking dislodged something.
Gave him electrical powers.
Gave him the Phineas Gage disease where it knocked part of his brain off, and now he's just a fucking nut. But
God, I think it's cool. I'm behind that. I want to wear that for Halloween.
I think it's interesting. I hope that it somehow feeds into his music in the future.
Concept, yeah.
Yeah, I hope that this comes full circle because
some MF Doom type shit.
The thing about artists who go off the deep end is when it doesn't come full circle, it's very disappointing because it's damn, you really are crazy.
Yeah.
I think one of the good examples is, do you remember when Joaquin Phoenix, he was an actor for a long time, and then he announced that I'm not going to be an actor anymore, I'm going to be a rapper, and I'm making a rap album, and he was doing these shows and no one was going, and he looked like the fucking Unabomber, he had a huge beard and really long hair, and he was on David Letterman, and he just and he was nuts, and he had Diddy executive producing his album at one point, and it was just so bizarre, and then the album never came out, and it was wow, you did this for nothing.
What a waste of potential,
You just turned nuts for no reason.
Yeah.
And I hope that this is not the CeeLo Green case.
I think it's kind of early Lady Gaga type shit, too.
She's wearing the meat outfit.
Yeah, and then it came full circle. It came... It got her attention, and she came, and now she's a serious artist.
And you got to think, man, she had some hits back in the day.
Oh, she had some huge hits.
Poker Face? Remember Poker Face? Oh, my God.
Crazy.
What was...
Telephone call? Not telephone calls. Telephone.
Oh, yeah. Or what was the... Alejandro.
Yeah. Alejandro.
Oh, my God. I forgot that was even by her. You know? That's a good one.
She got some hits.
What the fuck was the one that was huge?
Yell at us in the comments.
Yeah, somebody tell us. Damn it! We always do this.
Someone comment Lady Gaga's her number one hits.
It's the one where she's because then she was peak nuts. Peak.
Jack's gonna search it real
peak
quick.
Peak her nutness. Let me think.
I was gonna say TikTok, but that's Keisha.
Oh my God, that was a heat.
Kesha.
Heater too. My God.
I still listen to that one.
You know what I was listening to last night? Was a bunch of old Soulja Boy hits.
Really?
And Born This Way is the song.
Born This Way.
Remember that one?
Well, there's another one though. Let me see.
Let's go Lady Gaga hits.
Yeah, there you go. Just go to top songs. Sorry, guys.
We have Poker Face, Alejandro, Applause. Remember Applause?
I don't.
I live for the applause. It was horrible.
I don't remember that one.
Paparazzi.
That was the one.
Just Dance. Remember
Just Dance?
Oh my God. And a lot of these are
Just Dance is the number 1 hit I was thinking of.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Bad Romance.
Bad Romance.
God, Lady Gaga had hits.
I would have downloaded some Lady Gaga.
She had so many hits.
I got it's fire on my car.
I know, for real though. But yeah, I was listening to a bunch of old Soulja Boy songs because like my girlfriend was talking about Soulja Boy songs and she brought up the one, and I always forget this is even by Soulja Boy.
Kiss Me Through the Phone?
No, Pretty Boy Swag.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that one? I had completely. I was like,
that was on everyone's MySpace
is
front
that
page.
really by Soulja Boy? And
That was like. Do you remember like all the light skins had that on their front?
Oh yeah.
MySpace.
I still do. I still on my MySpace probably. But like,
Am I on your top 8?
I don't think you're my friend on MySpace.
Wow, dude! What a dick.
I think I met you post like deleting my Facebook. So like you're definitely not my friend on MySpace, but
me and Jack aren't friends on MySpace.
But yeah, like Pretty Boy Swag, I was like, this is such a horrible song, and I was like looking back through all these old Soulja Boy songs, and
They were hits.
he had some bangers. Remember, Crank That, obviously the go-to.
Yeah.
Kiss Me Through the Phone.
What other? I can't think.
Pretty
of
Boy Swag, the Turn My Swag On, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
How about a bed? Like
Turn My Swag
like,
on. Yeah.
getting ready every morning with your Skull Candy headphones.
Brushing your
in.
teeth.
Look up in the mirror, say what's up, what's up.
You know another. This isn't related to him, but Bedrock. That was middle school in a song.
I will say it 100 times, bro. Bedrock is the best ensemble rap song of all time.
Such a shitty song.
Look at who's on that motherfucker. Lil Wayne, Gutta. Remember him? He said, and I got a grocery bag. Like, bro, what? And Tyga, I think, is on that one.
Ugh.
Nicki Minaj, Drake,
Yeah, remember there's like 50 people.
Lloyd.
Who's Lloyd?
Wait, he was
Lloyd?
on that motherfucker.
Who invited Lloyd?
Who invited Lloyd? But yeah, I'm trying to think who was on that, bro. I'm gonna Google that right now. But yeah, Bedrock, dude. And I remember that was like the first time I ever heard Drake, and at that time I only knew Drake for Degrassi.
What a garbage fucking song.
Let's see. What was it? Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed rock.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
I remember being in middle school and like everyone would listen to that and I'd be like, oh my god.
And in the music video, it had like their name next to them when they started rapping. I was like, all right.
Because there's like 50 people on it.
Let me see.
Click like if you listen to Bedrock.
Yeah, click like if you like Bedrock too. God.
Click dislike if you.
Oh my God! Who was the guy who he had like the verse in the middle between.
I don't know why you're asking me. I just remember that song being Cancer.
God damn! It had so many people.
Fuck that song. All right, let's get back on track, Jack.
Anyway, yeah, we're falling off this. We made a list and everything we wanted to talk about, but back to outfits because we were talking about crazy artists.
Yeah, and then we got off track really quick.
Joy Villa, is that her name?
I guess so.
Make America Great Again, girl.
Trump.
Yeah, Trump supporter number one. I question. Yeah, go ahead.
So she had like 20,000 followers prior to her dress, and then she unveiled her dress, and then everyone in the Nazi regime was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna buy your music now and follow you on Twitter because you made a political statement.
That will do it. That'll do it. Funny though, they got really pissed when anyone of the opposing side makes a political statement.
Oh yeah, that's no go, but you can't. Yeah,
definitely a weird situation. If you guys haven't seen the dress, it's like a...
I'm sure they have.
Like a navy blue dress that says "Make America Great Again"
on the front,
and
then
front.
Trump in bedazzled letters.
Yeah,
on the back.
like on like the ruffling bottom on the back. Definitely a weird.
Who are you?
And I don't even know who her. She's a singer, I guess. Her name's what? Joy Villa.
I guess.
I can't think of a single song. Like I can't think of a single song.
She's a nobody.
If you Google Joy Villa, though, the only things that come up, or the first probably 10 hits I'm seeing, are all about her Grammy outfit. So, like, that is so whack to me because it's like, It's like
the only it's a publicity stunt.
Right, exactly. Like now your meme-ness at the Grammys has become more popular than your music will ever be.
Yeah.
Like that just makes.
And now if she ever does release music, she'll be like, "Oh my God, make America great again, girl! Drop music."
Well, let's peep this. I'm looking at a tweet now.
Hey, go find that video I tweeted and play that music for the podcast.
Oh my God,
real
that
quick.
needs to happen.
So Tommy, I don't want to get political. But Tommy Lauren and some dude had something called the Snowflake Awards to like counterfeit the Grammys, and this is the trailer and the music. This is the worst one I've ever heard. This is worse than Adele. Yeah, it's got that kind of EDM kind of.
This would be a hit. This is probably gonna get nominated.
Probably. It's probably gonna win a Grammy. But it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, Snowflake Awards.
It's just garbage. Just garbage.
It's interesting, and we will talk about Tommy Lauren real quick because I don't think that's terribly political. Just to say that she's a fucking demon. Like she is a nut, and I don't understand her
logic.
Her anger. Why is she so mad? She's like more. I feel like it's a blonde white person thing. You ever met a white blonde person who's not just pissed all the time?
Most of my girlfriends.
Like, get real, bro. Like,
most of my girlfriends were white and blonde. And
yeah, and they were all
very
mad.
angry. Yeah,
think about the most
always.
mad white person you know. They have blonde hair. It's Eminem.
Yeah.
So fucking mad, bro.
Yeah, he's angry
all the time. Tommy Lauren, same boat. She's just mad all the time.
I don't even have any words for her because like it's like everything's been said on her and she's just like, oh, you're a snowflake, so it just kind of.
She's a nut.
She's a fucking nut. She's a hypocritical nut. She's for the Nazi fascism, Donald Trump's Nazi America.
Yeah, you know what? She's hot though. I'd fuck. I would definitely beat, and I have no shame in openly admitting that.
She kind of looks like a big toe, but.
Then I would fuck her. I would fuck a big toe.
All right then, here first, Jack would fuck Tommy Lauren.
It's true, I would. It would definitely not be like a mercy fuck either.
Would it be like a hate fuck?
No, it would be like a. I'm gonna do this so I can talk about it with a couple of my buddies in 72 hours.
What if you end up liking her though? Like, she wants a second date. Like she wants a second date.
I do have pretty horrible taste in women, as we both know.
You do have a bad taste.
So I might end up getting just totally stuck in
attached,
like a relationship.
Like, what if my best friend started dating Tommy Lauren? I don't know what I'd do.
I don't think that it'd be weird.
What if you caught feelings for her?
I think that I would. I don't think I would. I honestly don't think I would. But maybe I would. I don't know. It's tough because sometimes what
the fame would go to your head though.
Well, I don't think there'd be much fame involved with dating Tommy Lauren.
I think it would.
I mean, you definitely would make the cover of at least one magazine, which would be cool.
I think that'd be cool.
But it's kind of like one of those things, like when you're like, we're about to get gory here. But when you're like, you're fucking a chick and you're like, you know what? How good this sex is outweighing how annoying you are to me. You ever been in that situation?
A couple times, once or twice. But most of the time, the girl, she's annoying. Doesn't matter.
Most of the time, the annoyingness will punch through.
Most of the time.
At the end of the day, like especially if you are trying to commit, like if you are just trying to beat.
If a girl thoroughly annoys me to the point where I don't even want to have sex with her, then it's like that. That's that bad.
Yeah, dude. If you're just trying to beat though, I can look past pretty much any annoyance unless
the first time.
Unless you have a weird ass laugh. Then I'm gonna have to step in about the weird ass laugh. I don't know if I can look past that, but
I think I don't mind laughs. I think this sounds fucking head ass. This podcast.
Lay it down.
Personality. If I'm talking, if you have nothing to say ever, I'm talking to a fucking wall, I can't stand that shit. No personality is the fucking worst trait.
Top 5 for sure. For sure.
Top 1, number 1. If she has a shitty personality, no matter how hot she is, I can't fucking deal with a boring fucking girl with no sense of humor at all. I can't fucking deal with it. It's a waste of time.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, boring girls do suck, and I feel like they're pretty abundant. Because I think that it is. It's like now it's taboo to have personality.
Yeah.
I don't want to get all third eye out here, but like, let's really think about it for a minute. It's kind of taboo to be anything other than everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't. You know, you have. There's sort of a certain, and especially when it's like someone who you're not necessarily 100% comfortable, like someone you've just sort of met or just talking to. It's like major taboo. You don't want to let any of your true colors slip, because that could be the guillotine.
Can we do story time? I've had 3 head ass girls last week that I started talking to, and it ended like the next day. I have 3 girls that
Story time. I want to hear.
Number 1 girl, met her on Tinder. Started talking to her. Okay. She gives me a call. She's like, "Can I call you?" I was like, "Sure." So she gives me a call. We're talking on the phone. Everything's going well. And I'm a nice person. I like to think of myself as a nice person. If you talk to me, I'll talk to you. Conversation-wise, I'll talk to you about whatever you want. But I fucking hate interview questions like, "What's your favorite color?" What blah 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 blah.
I think that's the sign that a conversation's dying.
Let's just talk. Like, can we just talk? Like, why are you asking me all these?
Why are we on Oprah?
Yeah. Why do you gotta ask me all these interview questions like I'm a fucking applying for a job at McDonald's or something?
Mm-hmm.
So she asked me, "What's your favorite color?" I was like, "Oh, purple." She's like, "Oh, that's okay." I was like, "All right."
What does that mean?
And then blah blah blah. She tells me her favorite color. I was like, "Whatever." I get to the point where I get annoyed and I tell the girl to fuck off eventually. But another question she asked me, she goes, "What's your favorite SpongeBob episode?" I was like,
What in the fuck kind of specific ass question is that?
Exactly. There's all these stupid questions, and that's not even the part that annoyed me. It's the part where I tell her my answer, and she goes, "Oh, that's okay." Like kind of brushes my answer off.
Or like she expects you guys to have the same answer, and she's about to be like, "Oh my God, we're soulmates."
Yeah.
Like some shit like that.
So I was like, "I don't know, Doodle Bob." I was like, "That one's pretty cool. I like that one." She goes, "Oh, that one's all right." I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you asking me these questions?
Weird.
Like, why are you asking me
horrible.
these? Why are you asking me these questions if you don't care about my answer? Like,
right?
If you're just asking these questions to ask the questions."
I think she's just asking him so she can tell you her answers.
And then she didn't give me her answer, and then she asked me, "What's your favorite Disney movie?" I was like, "What the fuck are these questions? What the fuck are you asking me?"
Right.
She's like, "What's your favorite Disney movie?" I was like, "I don't know, Lion King, Toy Story." I was like, "I don't know, I don't think about this." She goes, "Oh, those are cliche." I go,
"What's your favorite, bitch? Frozen?"
She goes, and then I was like, "All right." She goes, "Mine are Fox and the Hound and Hunchback of Notre Dame." And I was like, "Those are cliche," like just mocking her. She goes, "No, they're not." I was like,
"They aren't. They're original stories."
She's like, "They aren't cliche." I was like, "All right." I was
God.
like, "Fuck off." And then she kept asking me, and then I got to the point where I was like, "All right, fuck off. Like, why are you asking me these questions if you don't care my fucking answer? That is so annoying." And then she hung up on me. I thought that was funny.
And I take it you guys haven't talked since.
No, I fucking blocked her number.
Okay.
I couldn't handle that fucking head ass bitch.
That's a horrible story, I would say. That's top 5.
Like, why do you gotta be a dick?
Well, it's just weird because first of all, those are questions that, like, of all the things you're gonna ask me.
She asked me some other shit, but those are the ones that stood out the most. But like, why are you asking these questions if you don't care about my answer?
Yeah, like these first date questions.
Yeah.
What are you gonna ask me on my first date then? You know.
Like, let's just fucking talk.
Yeah.
You know. And it's like if someone wants to talk to you, they'll talk to you.
Right.
And then I'll like, or if I want to talk to you, and you'll talk to me. It just kind of, it's balanced. Like, it just fixes itself.
And if somebody doesn't want to talk, we don't have to force conversation.
Exactly.
Generic ass questions.
Another girl. I hope she listens to this podcast.
I hope you're listening.
Like me and her are talking, like everything's cool, and I found this little meme picture of Vladimir Putin, like the short picture. I think it's
Is this recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I sent her this Vladimir Putin picture, and I send it with no context, and she goes, "What?" And then I send it again, and she goes, "What are you doing? Will you stop or something?" And then I send it again, and like it was like 3 a.m, and I was in a good mood. It's like usually late at night, I'm just fucking hyper as shit. And she's like, "Will you be serious with me?" Blah blah blah. And then
What?
I just kept being like, I was just joking. Like I was in a joking mood, and I just wanted to joke.
Were you guys already talking about something serious?
No,
Or
not at all.
just-
No, not at
But
all.
she's like mad because she just wants to have a serious talk then. Okay.
She's one of those girls who never talked to me in the first place. Like she had no dialogue towards me at all. Oh my god, I'm so bad at telling stories. I'm so sorry if you're listening to this. Anyways, I'm joking with her, and she wants to be serious, and I don't want to, like, I want to joke. I don't want to be serious right now. Like, I don't want to talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. She's like, I wish you'd be serious. And then I send her a link to Crazy Frog's Greatest Hits, and then she's like, calls me a dick, and like, you're an asshole, blah, blah, blah. Like, gets really mad at me.
That's
like,
that's
alright.
also strange.
I was like, whatever. Third girl, what was that? Who was that? Oh, I don't want to talk about that one. I don't want to talk about the third one. I'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay, so that's confidential. Yeah, I don't really have any annoying stories. I've been in a committed relationship for a while now, so I don't
For a
really have
long
anything.
time, actually.
For a long ass time, bro. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
He's happy. I'm glad for Jack. I wish I had a relationship like Jack did.
It's pretty cool. It has its moments where I'm like, damn, this is cool.
Mhm.
And then it has its moments where it's like, damn, this is cool. So it just kind of fluctuates between inflections.
Yeah.
when talking about how cool it is.
Yeah. God, why does this turn into like a dating podcast?
Right.
I want a girl that I can date and like we be best friends
Right.
and eventually move up from there. Because like I'm 20 years old, like fucking
Right.
shit's.
And I can definitely.
I'm so tired of like talking to girls, going out on a fucking
Uh-huh.
date, and then that's it. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm so tired of just dealing with head ass girls.
Right.
Give me a cool girl.
I can definitely tell you that getting there is not going to come from her asking you what your favorite Disney movie is.
Exactly.
Girls, if there are any females watching this or listening to
Don't
this,
ask me my fucking favorite Disney
don't
movie.
even bother asking generic. Because to me, those are questions that you kind of want to learn on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's so
I don't need to know what. Because, like, think about, like, how much more rewarding it would be. Like, you're just chilling at home, flipping through channels, and then you come to Fox and the Hound, and she's like, oh, that's my favorite Disney movie. And then, boom, you have that moment where it's like, oh, remember that time where... Because then every time you see Fox and the Hound, you're going to be like, yeah, when we were sitting at home flicking through channels, and she said, that's my favorite Disney movie. You're going to remember that, and that's going to be a more enjoyable memory to, like, remember than
Instead of an interview
her
question.
calling you and putting you on fucking Oprah over the phone.
Yeah.
So...
Well, and then it's like these interview questions. You ask them, and then you'll give her an answer, and then they'll give the other person an answer, and you'll forget them. You don't remember it.
You don't remember? Yeah, because there's no it's like you
There's
asked
no
me a
context.
million questions
Yeah.
that night, and I don't remember the answers to any of them,
Yeah.
except for maybe one or two, if they're really obscure.
And then she pulls the "I already told you this" card.
Oh my!
I already told you
I already
this,
told
Jack.
you should know who that is. I mentioned it one time. Yeah.
I told you who this is.
No.
No. Fuck
Sometimes
you.
we need refreshers. Sometimes we do. People,
And sometimes I don't want to be asked 200 questions, so don't do that.
and sometimes I don't listen when you tell me your answer because
I don't care.
Why would I?
Frankly, I don't care.
yeah, well, we just met and I don't really want to know your life story.
No.
I don't need you in Interview Magazine.
No. I'm not going to care unless I say I care about you. So just there you go.
Right, that makes sense. That honestly makes sense.
Yeah.
It reminds me of those Citibank YouTube ads that you guys might have watched right before this video, actually. The one where it's like, wouldn't it be nice if everybody said what they were thinking? And it's like the couple, and the girl's like, I made plans if this date goes bad. And the guy goes, me too. And like, that's the ad.
I've never seen those ads, but I'm going to laugh anyways. And you're not going to see that ad because it's free, baby. This podcast is free.
We winning Grammys. He never sold a
podcast is
podcast.
free, baby.
He's never sold a podcast.
Give me a Grammy. This podcast is
Podcast all independent, got no major label backing on this
Streaming.
podcast.
Anyways, what are we at? We're pretty. What are the topics we got?
2720. What other topics we got? We got more music related shit, actually.
This is probably the shittiest podcast.
Yeah, this is definitely the worst one we've done. I feel like it's just not flowing as well as they usually do. What can we do to get us out of this rut?
I don't know. I don't think anything.
I think we just need to have we just need to be recording at all times. Just like the Truman Show podcast, like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week podcast.
Well, the thing I hate about this is like, I'll be talking to you or I'll be talking to Brian, and we'll have a really great conversation off the podcast.
Exactly.
And then you want to record it, and you'll want to go back to it.
But we've already talked about the things.
We already talked about it, so we know how each other feel.
Yeah, and you can't recreate it.
You can't recreate the talk we had.
Yeah, fuck.
It's shit. Fuck podcasts. I quit.
Yeah, podcasting sucks unless you have a distinct thing that you talk about, like a distinct topic that you discuss every week.
Yeah.
Like music podcasts or video podcasts, they have distinct shit that they can talk about every week. And I want you guys to know that we're literally just
bird flu talk.
We're literally sitting here just shooting the shit like we're at the barbershop.
Yeah. I've never been to a barbershop, but I guess this is what it's like.
This is not the barbershop podcast.
This is the head ass.
The head ass podcast. And right now, we're being a bunch of head asses.
This is the most head ass podcast we've had.
That we've done.
But maybe they'll enjoy the fucking crazy randomness of all the shit we spill out of our mouths.
Might be the case. Part of me wants to just scrap this whole episode and just...
I'm gonna release it anyways.
And just burn it to the ground, and then just instead put just 10 hours of the sound of rain falling on
That'd
the
get
car.
like a million views, bro.
They probably would.
Why don't we do that? Why do we not do that? We should do that.
We
should do that after this. Just 10 hours.
We're dumb. We're dumb. We need to come up with some segments to do. I think is what we need to do.
Well, I wish people listen to this fucking podcast so they give us feedback. Like, you guys fucking suck at that.
You're right. You're right about that. I do wish they would listen because we do. I feel like we do.
We do a good job talking about stuff.
But you guys got to give us stuff to talk about. We have really limited interests of things we can talk about. Like, what can we really talk about?
And I don't want to be a political podcast. I don't want to be a movie podcast.
I don't want to be a music podcast. I don't want to be a video game podcast. I just want to chat.
I want to chick chat, bro.
I want to fucking chat.
Okay, what's there to talk about?
I'm looking it up right now, actually. Okay.
Just Google it.
Yep. Podcast. Okay, 100 podcast topics for your brand new show. This isn't new, but we are here.
Fuck. This was our new segment.
Welcome episode. Well, the welcome episode. What is this podcast about?
No.
And, okay. The harsh reality about something.
No.
How to improve your something with this one specific tip.
No.
The steps I take right before I start doing. You could pretty much put masturbating
In all
of this. Blank. Like, let's 10 interesting statistics that may blow your mind about masturbating.
Okay.
Tell a story about something that happened recently that applies to masturbating. 3 things I do right before I masturbate to get my mind ready. How to stay motivated with masturbating. What to do when you lose momentum with masturbating.
This sounds like a bunch of BuzzFeed articles.
Literally, how to save money with masturbating. 5 apps that can help you get better results with masturbating. What my day job taught me about masturbating.
Yikes. I work at a school.
The reason I started doing masturbating in the first place. How to start saying no to achieve more with masturbating.
Guys, we've run out of topics to talk about. This podcast is going down the drain. We've lost our budget.
10 masturbating blogs you should follow. Masturbating on a budget.
I bet that's an actual article.
Probably. How to get masturbating clients.
It's probably an article too. These are probably all real articles. Jack looked up things to talk about on a podcast, and we're just replacing all the blanks with masturbation if you didn't get the joke yet. So.
And if you didn't, you might be retarded. Because I've listed like 30 of these fuckers.
Oh my goodness, Jack. What are we going to do?
Why teaching others how to masturbate helps you get better.
What?
Masturbating, I guess. Rant about something that you really don't like. Keep it relevant. I'll talk about it! I don't know anything that I don't really like. Okay, I hate having a job.
Amen, bro. I just want to sit around and smoke kush all day.
I just want to sit around and do meth. Just do fucking crank. Like Jason Statham in the movie Crank.
That's a bad movie.
I will tell you what, though.
Crank 2 was better.
Crank 2 was a lot better. I was about to say that. God, Crank 2. When he has to hump the old woman.
Oh,
my God.
Did you watch Transporter 2?
Of course. That's my favorite one.
Why are Jason Statham's sequels better than the originals?
Why is Jason Statham kind of making hits, though? You ever seen, What's some more Jason Statham bangers, bro?
That one with the Chinese little girl. Forgot the name of it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I totally know what you're talking about.
It's like what the Logan's kind of based off.
Yeah. Or Italian Job. He's in that shit. That's
I hate that fucking movie.
What? Why do you hate Italian Job?
Because they try to make Mini Coopers look cool.
Oh, that's why you're mad?
Fuck that movie.
I'm trying to think of more Jason Statham gold. Yeah, Transporter 1 and 2 are really good. Transporter 3 is a little
Transporter
questionable.
2, the scene with the Lamborghini on the highway. That's
Bro,
so dope.
that's so fire.
That's
All
such
of
a dope
Transporter 1 was cool. It was a cool action movie. Transporter 2 was so over the top. It was like, oh my god, is this even the same franchise? Like, who the fuck took over the writing of this movie?
And then they did the recent reboot of it.
Is it like a TV show now or something?
No, they made it. It was another movie, but they did a thing where they didn't have Jason Statham in it. Who was the actor?
I don't remember. It was probably some no
It's
name.
like
I have a
Ed
feeling.
Hardy or something.
I hope it was Ed Hardy.
I want Mad Max to come out. Wasteland.
I would see that.
It's coming out.
I know.
I want to see it.
Because I like Mad Max.
So do I.
And I like Tom Hardy doing pretty much anything.
Oh, we are out of topics to talk about.
I'd watch Tom Hardy read podcast topics, honestly. At this point, fuck him.
Do you guys just want to hear us read podcast topics?
This is Welcome to the Reading Podcast Topic Podcast.
Podcast.
Welcome to the new podcast about podcasts.
We could talk about best burger. What's your favorite burger
Like, ever.
ever?
Oh my god. That's hard. That's so hard. One time, and this is a weird story, but when I was a sophomore in high school,
Okay.
many moons ago, I was seeing this girl
Okay.
who,
Just have to do with the burger?
yeah,
Okay.
great gal, kind of. I think she's actually pregnant now.
Really?
So congratulations to her on the gift of life. But before she was pregnant, we were together. We were pretty serious, actually, or I thought we were serious.
Okay, get to the burger.
And I went over to her house one time. She was a vegetarian.
Okay.
And her mom was
A
a
veggie burger?
No. Let me finish. She was a vegetarian, and her mom was also a vegetarian. So I'm looking back on it. I don't remember what they ate that night. But her mom's boyfriend / I don't think they were. He was her stepdad, but her stepdad figure. He was making burgers, and I don't think that because he lives with 2 vegetarians, so he didn't have like anybody to chef up good burgers for.
So he chefed.
So he put his heart and soul into that burger, bro, and to this day, it was like a really thick burger. It was perfectly cooked. It was like basically wrapped in cheese.
Okay.
He's like, yo, you want bacon on your burger, Jack? And I'm like, hell yeah. And he goes, hell yeah. And he put bacon on the burger.
Damn.
I feel like it's one of those things where I'm like blinded by nostalgia just because of the love that he put into the burger. But
Yeah.
I remember it being such a good burger. And I'd never had a burger like that in my life. And that is... So, Joe, if you're listening to this...
Probably not.
You're probably not. I would be fucking stunned. It's been about 5 years since I've seen you, but
Shout out, Joe.
thank you for that burger. I'm still thinking about it 5 years later. What about you?
Don and Millie's all day.
Really?
Double Don, best burger of all time.
That's a pretty damn good burger.
So good.
It's a pretty damn good burger.
We could talk about Nintendo Switch.
I have not been keeping up with it, honestly, but it looks pretty cool.
I don't really care.
I don't really care about anything Nintendo now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
If I'm really like breaking it down in my head.
I don't like Zelda. So.
Yeah, I'm not a huge. The only thing I really like from Nintendo is honestly Mario. I like and I like Super Smash Bros.
Mario in New York looks pretty dope.
That is like my favorite video I've seen in 2017. I think that shit was so funny to me.
The Mario, that's actually like gameplay.
Yeah, I
They just
know.
put Tim's over him. That looks great. Other than that, this is probably the shittiest podcast in history. Started out strong, kind of just went downhill.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't know. We got off topic. We started talking about Bedrock.
We suck. We are fucking washed.
Wow,
up
see,
ass.
we're getting fired.
Motherfucker. Yeah, you guys will probably be greeted by 2 new hosts.
Yeah.
Go ahead and like this video if you just want to see us quit and just want to see new hosts taking over Head Ass Podcast.
Retweet the save head ass.
Retweet to save. Please We're gonna open a Kickstarter. Give us money.
Oh, well, thanks for listening, guys. We love ya. Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, I understand.
We're gonna take some time to make sure the next one is on another level than this.
Hopefully.
We
But
gotta make sure.
I kind of enjoyed the randomness of this podcast.
Secretly, me too. But next week we're coming back with a format, and we're gonna kill shit.
We're gonna kill it.
Thank you.
Thank you
for listening.
Love you. Papa bless.
Good afternoon. Good night.
Have a good night.